everybody.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Dallas Cowboys. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. This is Isaiah Crowell, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Incomplete. He was looking for Terrell Pryor that time, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Griffin to the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. On 4th down, the Browns hand things over to the veteran Britton Colquitt to punt. Lucky Whitehead back deep for Dallas.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down there, just 1 yard. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now Prescott, and he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on first. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out.
Let's go!
Prescott off the play fake to McFadden. And on the left side, he's got Witten. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Prescott now, and this one complete to Witten over the middle. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't.
A first down carry by Elliott. And a solid run down inside the 30. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Complete to Gavin Escobar, the tight end. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks. So they're operating in the red zone. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football.
And hello, I guess Larry's halftime show was buttoned through. And we are moving on and ready to go for the third quarter. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver. And it's third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. And pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play? I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter. Because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak.
It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terrence Williams, 47 yards. And the Cowboys are in for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They begin with a run by Crowell. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. Back now in Arlington. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. Now Griffin on second down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And fourth down coming up.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he He did get it back, I do think, yes. So no turnover on the punt, and it'll be a first down.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atoned for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's go! White Diamond! White Diamond! Ohio!
Throwing here, Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Des Bryant, 92 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The return man is Mario Alford. And some room to roam now. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he's taken it all the way back for the return touchdown. And this game just got a little crazier. They're still alive here in the final stages.
So you're saying there's a chance.
And that big fourth-quarter return, Charles, makes this a 1-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had the big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for 2? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
The Browns defense getting ready. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, Prescott here to throw. Bryant with a catch right side. That throw good for 4. It's second down. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Prescott to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to be set up in excellent field position up past the 45.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession. And to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
On first down, Griffin. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Tyrone Crawford in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And quickly they get to the line. And he spikes it here with 35 seconds left. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Third and long. It's Griffin. Andrew Hawkins has it complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30.
Holding offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Play fake to Johnson. Now here's Griffin. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Griffin on fourth down. And he's got his man on the out route. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear the Cowboys are going to win this football game. And a great spot to start this drive from here. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the other expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And, Charles, I think with this...
Draw. Hard to admit that I used to draw. Portraiture in a human form. Doodle of a two-headed unicorn. It was soothing. Moving his arm in a fusion of man-made tools and a muse from beyond. Even if it went beautifully wrong, it was tangible. tangible truth for a youth to refuse to belong. No name nuisance, stews in a bedroom, booze in a brand new cuneiform. Barely commune with the horde, got a whole grayscale ungluing his world. Might zone amp to the yap of the magpie, unseen hand dragging his graphite. Cross contour, a little bit of backlight, black ink after a Bristol to baptize. You can imagine a rush that ensue when you get 3 dimensions stuffed in a 2. Then it's off to a school where it's all you get to, being trained and observed by a capable few. Back in New York by peeps and a dog in a 2-bedroom doing menial jobs. Plus, rhyming and stealing and being a clot, distractions, freedom, a rod. I left some years of giving a light, I left some will to spirit away. I let my fears materialize, I let my skills deteriorate. Horn about a thought of what I should have been, continuing a mission that was rooted in a 20-year affinity and rickety condition with an ID crisis. Snap on the front lawn, look up in the sky, it's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings, just to count your rings, just to count your rings. And now we're colors pouring out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings, just to count your rings, just to count your rings. Used to paint, hard to admit that I used to paint. Natural light on a human face, stenciled fire on his roommate's face. It was bloom and addiction, a miss and a push and a pigment. Book like a tattooed pigskin look. Pinhead kids in a minute, drank Kool-Aid from a tube of acrylic. And I grew up in a linseed oil or a linen. Joy to the poison, voice to the resin. Capture a map of a gesture. Back up, add a little accurate fat to the figure. Redo that, move that inward. Zinc white lightning shoots from his fingers. Studio strewn with illusion and tinctures. Stay tuned for the spooky adventures. You can imagine the stars that align when a forearm starts foreshortening right, or a torso hung on a warping spine in proportion. Reads as warm and alive. Routine day with a dirt cheap brush. Then a week goes by and it goes untouched. Then 2, then 3, then a month, and the rest of your life to beat yourself up. I left some seasons eager to fall. I left some work to bury alive. I let my means of being dissolve. I let my person curl up and die, eating up his innards and I'm
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
with the trials of the anti-Midas. Snap on the back lawn, look up in the sky. It's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings, just to count your rings, just to count your rings. And now we're colors pouring out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings, just to count your rings, just to count your rings.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Cowboys going up against the Buccaneers. So let's get you over to Tampa as we say hello to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Now we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a good matchup here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Welcome in, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So you've got 1 week of preseason games in the books. Now you start to really assess some of the vets and, of course, some of the young players.
You're exactly right, because now there's a week's worth of film out there for everyone to watch. And for guys who may or may not make these particular teams,
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dez Bryant, 75 yards. And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Over.
He'll look to throw. Out left side here to Bryant. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dez Bryant with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. That's a heck of a start to this one for him here in the first quarter. So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with.
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 91 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away, but no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination...
Drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They run with Morris. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. He's going to rifle one deep. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. Their dangerous wide receiver. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They go play action here on first down. He's going to try and go deep again. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone. You throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
I think you're right, partner. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now it's Morris. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. One back is Morris. He'll get the football here. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
To throw is Romo. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Jason Garrett. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Now Dallas gets set to take the field. Here's Morris. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Here's Romo being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
This is Morris. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. So we have reached halftime here with a visiting. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. A little track jump. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. One back is Morris. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play. And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. to begin the drive to Morris. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. William Golston in on the stop.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Here's Romo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. Their dangerous wide receiver. Back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this third quarter. They come out with one back and three tight ends. They begin the drive with Morris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They run again with Morris. And some room to work. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back now in Tampa. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Ready, black 35. Black 35. Let's go, D. Let's go.
A play fake to Morris. Now Romo going up top. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 57. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. One back is Morris. And he'll get it up the middle. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
He's going to, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. Their dangerous wide receiver, 76 yards. After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10.
Let's go now. Right hand.
They'll start it on the ground with Morris. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Morris. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 30, 20, 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. At the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And they'll run it here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Let's go now.
To to throw on second down is Romo. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Second down and 4. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And they give this time to the tailback. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
One back is Morris. Now it's Romo. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jude Ijabo. A big offensive explosion.
Here we go. Okay, baby,
Hello, my name is Kamal. I am from the clouds. I'm a human now, but I used to be. I used to be a raindrop, word up. I'm really good at putting words up. I make them levitate and circle with the birds. I don't need to force it, I let it occur. Whatever occurs, thank you. Feel like I was touched by an angel. Once again, a whole nother angle. I got a lot of holes in my angle. I got a lot of love and a whole lot of ignorance, and that's a good thing if you want to relate. I'm just trying 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 to relate. It's come out like a power with an M. I get you down like gravity, rackety rappers and raps rapidly follow the rapid into the rapid to being rapping and rattling, rattle riddles and ribbons into the sky. I'm a rebel feeling rivety, rhythmically right, and vigorous spinner right to the rhythm, widow to side eye. I am the killer in the grasses. I am the kid in the corner with the glasses. I am the specter, you should respect her. I don't expect the special, ain't special. I don't expect nothing. I'm just really glad I can say something. That's a blessing. Ain't no stress affecting my presence. But sometimes the pressure keep pressing. Worst keeps my impression impressed. That's the way to relate. I'm just trying 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 to relate. From the present, now, present, come out, come out.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.